by a really, really smart person here, Brooker from Perplexity. Brooker, I appreciate you being here. But I have been trying to, okay, let's preface this. I'm dumb. I know I'm dumb. And my goal here is to learn and get smarter. And we all see what's happening in AI. And, I've seen quotes, someone like Jensen Huang, your job's not going to be stolen by AI. It's going to be taken by someone who knows how to use AI. And I don't know if I want to take jobs, but I don't want my job taken. So I thought the best way that I can utilize, this great audience, this great everyone we have coming together, learn AI, teach AI, is get really, really smart people to come on here and show us the latest and greatest, show us how they are using AI and building AI and all of that fantastic stuff. All of you guys have heard about Perplexity, whether it's this rumor, this company is going to try and acquire them, or hopefully it's all these fantastic Perplexity finance features they're launching, and you've seen us talking about it. But Brooker, I'm super excited to have you here. The point of this is just a chill conversation, go through it, and let's just all get better at using AI, being taught by people like yourself who are building it, experts in the space. I appreciate you being here. How you doing, Brooker? Can you intro yourself a little bit for us?
Yeah, it's great to be here. Thank you for inviting me on. Hey, everyone, I'm Brooker. I'm the general manager of the finance vertical at Perplexity. So I spend a lot of time on the products, spend a lot of time talking to hedge funds, private equity companies, and helping them find use cases just like you, Evan, trying to figure out how to use AI. We're so early on. Things are changing so fast. I've worked in the hedge fund space at Citadel and Coatue. I wish I had these tools. And so I'm happy to share everything we're doing right now.
Yeah, I want to get right into it. I appreciate you being here. If you guys have been watching these live streams, if you guys have been watching anything, I've been playing a lot more with Comet, which obviously is Perplexity's web browser. I've been enjoying this out. I've been like, I bet you my use cases are going to be very different than a lot of other people's ones. Like one example that I was doing here, that I'm really trying to learn how to use this so I can make my daily recap better and easier to make, of like going through my page over the last 24 hours. I can honestly run this again, and then finding some of the most popular posts. And obviously one of the comments was, hey, anyone can go in and do this, and I'm like, that is awesome. I like, this makes your experience on X and everything like that so much better, but it makes my point in aggregating the stuff better. So that was one of the use cases that I was going towards it, and I found myself using it more on the kind of content side of it. And I was super excited to have you come on here so that we could talk more about the finance side of it, because the Perplexity finance features have been awesome. And one of the ones that I was using the most recently was these live earnings call transcripts. I know SoFi reported earnings today. It was earnings, and then there is transcripts. And when we were going through the live ones, I was specifically doing this for the Tesla earnings call, which was kind of difficult because Elon mumbles and goes like, so this AI transcript is so good that it is actually picking up the AI and stuff like that, as I do it. So I guess I can't hate too much on it. But this is one of the things that I was super excited for and using the most. But I was excited to have you come in and join us. And by the way, comment down below what you guys want us to ask about. Daniel wants us to ask about open door stock, which has become a little bit of a meme recently. But Brooker, I would love to kind of throw the floor over to you. Maybe start this out with you guys, like if anyone hasn't used Perplexity Finance before, kind of the tools behind it. And I would love to hear, like, earnings season is here. We are in full swing. I would love to understand the power of Perplexity Finance to help me through earnings season.
Yeah, for sure. So for those who don't know about Perplexity, we're one of the larger AI companies. We're a model aggregator, so we really focus on getting you the most trusted, fastest answers using any model. And so we differentiate ourselves with getting you connected to better data. So we're actually building a page out in the finance sector that we think is way better than Google Finance or Yahoo Finance. We've got eyes on trying to make a better version of Bloomberg, and so we're really targeting that. And the worst case we're falling on is we're getting a way better version of Google Finance, and we do that by just getting you access to like live transcripts, AI summaries of live transcripts. We've got documents there, so you can get the slideshows. You can get the quarterly press releases. You can get research. We have Morningstar research. So we've like tons of offering, all for free. And we love to get your feedback. We're really popular. We're really active on X, so we're listening a lot.
Yeah, that going after Bloomberg Terminal is definitely a goal that resonates with me. Transparent. Like, listen, I'm a kind of a news aggregator on Twitter. It's a whole different game. You guys are obviously doing the stuff, but I have wanted to get a Bloomberg Terminal, and every single time I'm like, okay, I can justify it now. The price has gone up by $1,000. I think we're like $4,000 or $5,000 a month, and I'm like, listen, I don't need all this other stuff. I just want good, accurate news coming from an area. Listen, I shouldn't tell you this because then you'll charge it, but I'd pay like $1,000, $2,000 for this, and there's a lot of use cases for this. So for me, that going after Bloomberg Terminal is something that really resonates with me. But in general, I've seen you guys just add so many different features in every single different direction. And the more you can get access to that data, the underlying company data, I sense there's just so much more comparisons and easy ways you could do it on here.
Yeah,
Like,
and it
even
really,
just for example, I go
yeah.
through and use Yahoo Finance to go and look at the only thing I use it for now is, okay, what was the historic volume on that day or whatever. And I'm looking at it right now on your thing, and then I can even just ask the AI to go in and do it better. So I don't know what the use case is for some of these older ones, but
We're trying to figure that out too. I'd love to hear in the comments why people are still using Yahoo Finance. We have downloadable financials, downloadable historical trades, so historical prices, and so we've got a lot. And like the reason we're investing so much in it is because of Comet, which is the browser you were showing. Comet is a version of Chrome. It allows you to take actions, and so the old browser you have to go search and look up. Comet just does. And so if we're your browser, we really need the best possible finance landing page because we can't rely on others like Yahoo Finance. So that's why we're investing so much into it.
This is one of the fun things that I was playing with Brooker is like I can ask it, go through all the indicators Robinhood has and put the top 3 most popular on this chart. And like just stuff like this I was playing around with, and like I need to get better at using it and getting my prompts better. But just like being able to see stuff like this and the way it's using it and adding the indicators and just being able to compare across, and then I really like this is like the example of just it actually going through and using the browser. And like this is how I'm using
control. It's taking control. Because when it goes in this light, and you can see it's the stop compasses in the bottom. It's running your screen, which is so nuts. It's really helpful for these things. It can order you a burrito. It can order you an Uber. It can open YouTube videos. It can add friends on X. It can add them on LinkedIn. It can do so many of these tasks.
I have a question, Brooker. You sent me a notes earlier as we were talking, like what we're going to talk about here. Was that using Comet?
Of course, yeah. I use.
There we go. I thought so. Honestly,
yeah. A lot of my emails are coming through Comet these days because it can connect to your calendar. It can figure out when meetings need to be scheduled, and so yeah, it can do all this stuff. That's pretty cool. What it added to the chart actually.
And then so I have some other lines on here because I was looking. This is Novo Nordisk, which is down pretty big today, and I was just kind of playing around with it. And then if I was better at this, can you then, based on what you put on month?
And there's some questions in the comment. It's really good at taking control of LinkedIn. So Don was asking, would you use this to mass apply for jobs? I use it to filter requests on LinkedIn to find out which messages I need to respond to. It's great at that, taking control of your screen and just navigating through LinkedIn. So if you want to apply for jobs, yeah, you can do that. Give your application, just leave your browser open and it'll start to go through. On big things, it will ask for a confirmation. So you do have that built in.
There was a lot of comments, by the way. We got Maddie coming in there saying he's been using Perplexity, the paid version. There we go. Love to see that. We had Don, who was talking there, saying this is the first time he's hearing about Perplexity. So I'm excited to go through and to help you see it a little bit more and get some more examples. And I'm excited. I want to see Brooker, you show off how you're using it a little bit more too.
Yeah.
Because I'm obviously the rookie here. Here, we got a little bit of a feedback here. The one thing I don't like on mobile is that you have to go back into the thread for the AI to continue the convo. So if you have a lot of threads, then it's hard to go back into the old ones, pick up the convo and continuously if you need a new one to add. That seems like one of those things that will get fixed pretty quickly.
Yeah, you can see historical threads. I'm not sure, but yeah, I'll check that
I
out.
see you guys add a new feature basically every single day in the Perplexity finance space. So I can only imagine how everything is going, and when you move that quickly, things fix
Yeah,
up.
there's the lead on the product there is Jeff Grimes. He's a great follow, and you can see everything we're adding. He's shipping features
You know
constantly.
what's funny? You know how you get like the recommendation thing? I got who
Yeah,
to follow.
right
Jeff Grimes.
there. And so he's a great follow.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to jump
Are there?
in and share some fun stuff. What do we? So we're earnings season right now. So why don't we? I'll jump in and share what I would do to prep for earnings using Perplexity. So one
Oh,
of my
wait. Let me
yeah
get your screen up. Now it is up.
yeah one of my favorite things to do is like just figure out what the social reaction is. And so coming in here, stock market news, Evan got you on here, and stock market nerd, they talk about SoFi and PayPal. So with Comet, this is just searching. With Comet, because I'm on X, it can actually go into my account and start performing actions on my behalf. And so rather than go to X and get all this information, I can just get your posts on X about SoFi and about PayPal. So I can get like a really quick summary, and this is Comet going to do things on my behalf. And you can see it's using a lot of these sources here to be able to figure out like what you guys are talking about. So now I can go see your posts here in Threads. It looks like you had one there too, and in X as well. And so that I love. I think when we go into it in the finance dashboard, so that's up here on the left. So if you're in Perplexity, you can just go up here, or it's perplexity.ai/finance. And here, when you're in the earnings season, you can navigate to this tab. And in the other seasons, what we're going to have is tons of index stuff, a bunch of news here.
Do we
The
have
big
you guys
events.
13F season? One of my favorite seasons is getting close. I hope you guys had something for that.
Oh, we definitely have that.
Boom,
I'll
boom.
show you a little quick one. We have you can search 13F. So you can just go here, toggle this finance on, then go in and say, how many shares of Uber does Bill Ackman own over the last couple of quarters? And so it's going to figure out that Bill Ackman is Pershing Square. And then it's going to grab the SEC filings from that. And then it's going to figure out, like, is there any other things that Bill Ackman owns? And then it's going to get you the answer right away. So that's awesome. You can get a table of everything that they own. It's really cool. And then you can also what I love to do as well is like go find the bull case for Uber from Bill Ackman on X. Like that's a favorite one. Like finding an X post that is deep in there, and the search on X I don't love exactly, but you can really quickly find it here. See these sources.
Does Perplexity finance still kind of like obviously X search does suck. Is there a way I can use Perplexity finance instead of the X search, or is it like kind of the underlying of it is still difficult?
It
That
does,
question
like,
makes
I
sense as well.
mean, yeah, this is like, it's basically doing this for you on your behalf. And so you see the steps it's taking. It's like going to x.com and doing all this and finding it. And so it does all that stuff for you. So I definitely use it for that. And so you can have it
You know what's
here.
interesting? X also has advanced features where you can go in and tell it only give me posts by 100 like that are more than 100 likes. So I wonder if you like give it that, not like tell like, hey, like use the or maybe it is using the advanced search.
I think
Interesting.
it is like, it seems to be, it's way better at searching than me.
So you know
If
what's
I was to try to
funny?
do this.
I was looking on, you guys have seen us talk about Earnings Hub a little bit, and then I asked it a question of like, can you find me the most popular stocks on here? And then because it took over my browser and it went to a different page, it showed us a page that I had never seen before, that they were like, oh yeah, we literally just launched that today. That's a crazy timing or whatever. And it's like finding new different parts of the website you never knew about.
Yeah, that's cool. And so, okay, so this is Earnings Hub. So you're saying you wanted to look at SoFi. So we've got them here sorted by like which ones are happening live. So these are all live calls, and you can actually watch the transcript unfold. And then so if we have SoFi, this one happened at 8 a.m. This one, I just love getting the AI summary here. So on the fly, this is the transcript. We're summarizing it on the fly, so you don't have to wait till. Usually the calls are done after 30 minutes. You get the meat of what the management team wanted to say. So these things are ready for you whenever you need it. You can come in here, look at it. You can come in as well and ask the assistant on the side, just be like, give me a summary as to what the management team said about guidance. And so I can go here and have the transcript up as well, and I can start going through the transcript and getting you the SoFi guidance, which is pretty cool. Oh, you follow this name a lot, Evan?
Medium amount. It's one of those ones that I am not as informed as I want to be, but I know my audience loves this one. It's one of those ones I need to get more informed on.
Got it. Yeah. In this one, we've got the slides here. I love just getting quick access to the slides. They're always such a pain to try and go into the different websites and figure out where they are. Another new feature we added was Morningstar Research. And this is awesome. So you can get a really quick, so if you're ramping up on a name, they publish amazing research. This is premium research, and it's available for free. And so it's usually you have to pay for this stuff. And so it gives you like a quick bull bear case by a real person. And so I love to get this to ramp up on a name really fast.
We got another question or two, by the way. Kiji asked if it can do stock charting in a brokerage account, which watch the recording. We already did it. If you are good at the prompting there, it will do a great job for you. The other question was, can the AI provide an overall sentiment based on the tweets so I don't have to read them all? Do you think that I feel like a kind of a social sentiment tracker?
Yeah, it can definitely do that. It can definitely get you like a really quick, you could just go to X and be like, here, I can share my screen again, actually. We can do that one on the fly. So, go into Perplexity, go through the most recent posts on X about SoFi, give me a view on sentiment from a score of 1 to 10 and explain why. And so this one, let's see how it does here. So it's going to take control of my browser. It's going to go into these tabs. It's opening this stuff up. It's going to figure out what's going on, an assessment of sentiment. And so it can do that. Yeah.
My guess is, Brooker,
positive.
If I was telling you based on my feels, what I've seen is, holy shit, this is the best day of my life.
Yeah, I think it's going to.
It's about where I would put this
sentiment usually follows price. And if it's up 15%, yeah, a record-breaking quarter, celebrating 10 out of 10. Yeah, it's people are pretty psyched right now.
Can you give me an example of a stock that would be a 1 out of 10 right now on social sentiment?
Is a 1 out of 10 in your mind a stock that is having no chatter, or a stock that's having just super negative chatter?
Yeah, can you give me a stock, like maybe ask it based on that scale, it gave it a 10 out of 10. So I would say, like, based on the scale, the opposite. Yeah. What are some of the worst?
Find me a stock that's being discussed on X that has extremely negative sentiment. What are people absolutely bearish about today?
Text to speech. Yeah. There we go. Oh, how did it actually pick it up? What did it say?
Oh, yeah, that's the text to speech.
Find me a stock that's being discussed on X that has extremely negative sentiment. What are people absolutely bearish about today? You didn't even have to say the question marks or the period. It kind of just got your intonation.
Yeah, I'm doing like a voice to text, which you can do with Option V.
But normally you have to say like question mark. I didn't hear you say
that.
Yeah,
it doesn't know. It figures all the periods and everything out for you. Puma.
Yeah. I didn't even know Puma was public.
Wow, it's gone down 16 to 20%. Annual loss. Oof.
Wait, is this a Puma Biotech?
This is Puma SE. Let's check this one out.
Okay, there you go. It's Dutch or whatever.
So we can go here. Let's check out what this thing is. Ooh. This one.
Yeah, damn. It is down 50% year to date.
Oh my God, yeah, it's just been tanking. So this is a hated stock. So let's just see what the issues are. I love this section here. So like you can see everything that's happening. Are the big debates, and then you get the bull and the bear case. Yeah, it's tariffs. Oof. And then you figure out, this is another really fun one that we put out. So you can get like kind of like the history as to what's going on with these stocks. So on the big days that it moved, you can see why. And so it's results, and then some jitters on consumer demand, so some macro events, but really fun. And we can go get the historical data, figure out the big moves, download it if you want to start to play around with it as well.
Could I ask a little different of a question? We talked about how we're reviewing the earnings that came out. How are we using this Perplexity and Comet to get ready for the earnings that you have coming up? Like today example, we have Visa and Starbucks, but tomorrow are some ones that I'm really excited about. I am looking forward to Robinhood. We have Apple on Thursday and Amazon on Thursday, but tomorrow we have Meta and Microsoft. A lot of names are reporting here. I want to hear how you are using the AI to help you get ready for
Yeah, so what I've done is like I love these things called spaces. So I've created a space for my review and my earnings prep, and this is, we see a lot of our clients.
And what exactly is
So
the
basically,
space?
I can hit this search, and I can even do like a deep research mode. So I hit that search, and I'll show you what I did there. I'm basically like calling a prepackaged master prompt, and so spaces are like a place where you can store instructions. And so these are prompts that you use a lot. So how do I actually review and prep for an earnings? What are the steps I want to take? Here's a bunch of examples we have in the template section. And so I've created one for preparing for earnings. And so I give it these custom instructions. So like, I'm a hedge fund analyst. Anytime I mention a company, give me this earnings checklist. And I care about getting the estimates. I care about what the guidance was last quarter. I want to know how they did last quarter. Like, these are the things I care about personally. And so that way, anytime I want to like look at prepping for Apple or Meta or Microsoft, I just mention these instructions, and then it incorporates it. And I can share these spaces with people as well. And so then I run this query. So now I can run this like crazy deep research query, and I can consider 100 sources to prep me for my earnings, and exactly in the way I want to do it. And so it figures all this stuff out, that it's going to be Q3. It finds out that it's going to be on Thursday. And these are the things that are the estimates. And like, this is how I care about it, like for each segment. And so you can customize this to however you want to do it. I can figure out what analysts are saying coming into it, what type of management expectations there are. So this is how you kind of make Perplexity a little bit your own.
How do you share them out, or like, yeah?
So
how can people in here get this?
So I can just give in the comments here. I can just share this link. So make this available to anyone. Share all these threads. Copy link, and I can drop it in. Can I share it in here? I don't think so. I'll just
if you just text it to me, or like somewhere, then I will get that posted. But cool, little Apple cheat sheet.
Nice Apple cheat sheet, and it's done for you. And that took us like a minute, and so I can do this for every single one. So
how do you set that up though? How long does that take for you to go in and set it up?
It's so easy. It's just basically you go here in spaces, create a new space.
Do you have one made for Robinhood
like
yet?
Earning space, and then you just start typing in here and then add instructions. So it just takes like a second. So now I can do this. I can do this for Hood. And you can also search it in here. I can include SEC filings too if I want. And so, I mean, it takes longer for the compute to run.
Okay, wait. So that space that you're going to send over, that can be used for all different stocks?
Anything.
It's not Apple specifically?
Anything.
Wow. Okay. I thought that was an Apple specific one.
And so it can be used. It's really cool.
So basically, you kind of know, hey, when I need Apple earnings, this website's going to have this one's going to have this one's going to have this. We can all bring it in one. Super easy. Okay.
So I'll share this.
Okay. So that's okay.
So I do these things for a lot. Like I do these for like building a bull case on a company, constructing a model. Like, here's a bunch.
One of the questions I got asked me, by the way, was, can we talk about the Figma IPO?
Yeah.
I feel like that was a use case that I saw us talking about here a lot. Maybe we go in that direction a little bit of.
Yeah.
IPOs.
Yeah, the
What do we
Figma
got?
is a good one.
Figma.
I was checking out Figma recently.
It's this Thursday, by the
Yeah,
way, and they raised the price they're estimated to go public at.
really. And so I think like
Yeah, I think the range was 25 to 28. I think it's now, I don't want to be wrong, like 30 to 32 is what they're estimating.
okay. The fun thing is, so I was thinking about it like versus Canva, but like what you can do here in, because we have access to the SEC filings, you can just be like, build me an initiating coverage report on Figma based on their SEC filings. And so when you say stuff like build me an initiating coverage report, it's going to go on the internet and it's going to find out what an initiating coverage report is. And so I'm going to put on here the SEC as well. And it's going to have like a really good template. And so it'll think about, okay, well, this probably needs a price target, probably needs a bull and a bear case. And so like figuring out what's like what are the key things in here and including it in here is amazing. Incorporating both the web and SEC docs. This will take a little while to run, but we'll let this thing run in the background, and I can share more on that in the comments too.
Yeah, I just put this in the chat, the link over to that space, and I also on X I commented it below the live link. So go in, play around with that.
Another fun thing, there's like on the IPOs, what I like to do is there's these things called tasks where you can set up a task. I have one running. So basically, like they're publishing new S1s constantly. So like when a company like Figma goes public, they file an S1 and then they file an S1A as they adjust their results. And like I don't want to constantly be checking that out. So you can set up these tasks where it's like go to the SEC every 24 hours and figure out what's going on with Figma and send me a deep research or a labs report, which will produce diagrams about like what's happened. And I can like preset this to scrape the SEC. And so now every day I'll get a notification at 11 and I'll get an email if there's anything that I need to that I should know about.
I think you would have gotten one yesterday if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I would have. Yeah. And so it just runs the prompt for you. The task is such a cool feature. We also have like another one. I know now I'm like just talking about all these cool things.
We were talking before. I was like, all right, what are we gonna talk about here? I was like, you guys have so much. I need to learn it all. Like, there's gonna be too much to talk about. We have only a minute or two left on here as well.
Yeah.
So we can go a little bit over, but a lot of awesome stuff going on here. This whole thing was recorded if you guys are seeing this live, so you can go back, watch it later, learn all this stuff. The link for that space we were talking about is below his. What are we talking about here? A price alert.
This one's fun. I like price alerts kill me because they just tell you that something has moved and then you have no context as to what's going on. So because you have AI, you can be like, anytime Tesla moves more than 3%, tell me what's going on. And like I care about robotaxis and I care about self-driving cars. So give me specific news articles about that and if it's driving the price. And so now you can like set up a custom alert based on the things you care about in your bull case. So if it's like it's moving big and it's related to your bull case, amazing. I'd love to know about that. And so now I've got this alert set up.
Okay, that's really smart because right now I'm just getting like, hey, the stock has moved 5%, and then I have to go in and look, okay, why?
Yeah, this is so late. We don't have enough time to go through all these features, but it's
All right, we got. Let's leave them off with one more. What is one of the new features that you have added? You guys are adding new stuff every single day, every single week. Give me one more feature. What's one more new feature that you guys have added recently that you're excited about that people you think should go?
A natural language stock screener. That's crazy, right? Like, so stock screeners are great on the web, and I love to use them, but it's just like I got to think about how to write it. So sometimes I just want to find like stocks that have a PE less than 20 but are growing revenue more than 30%, sorted by PE descending. Let's see, let's do PE. And so I just want to like talk about these. I just want to like write it out. I don't want to think about what's the category, how do you define revenue. I would definitely encourage you guys. This is brand new. This was launched on Friday, I think. And so really powerful. You can sort it by market cap. You're getting a lot of small companies here. So definitely you can just download this table. This is a really cool one. So I'd highly encourage you to check this one out. A lot of fun.
Boom. I appreciate you for joining me on this one, Brooker. This is just episode 1 of a long series that we have coming up here with Brooker, with hopefully some other really smart people. The concept here is AI is changing everything. Your job is not going to be taken by AI. Your job is going to be taken by someone who knows how to use AI. And we want to be at the front of it and learn how to use all this stuff. And, there's so much of this stuff going on, so much time saving here. Like, if you are a full-time investor, if you're a full-time trader, what we showed off here, no matter what you're using from it, is going to save you hours in your strategy, and that will only be increasing. So, Brooker, I really appreciate you for joining me here. I know everybody learned something. Like I said, this whole thing was recorded. Go back, watch it. This is the start of a series. Episode 1, using AI, learning how to use AI for investing, trading, the stock market. I appreciate you for being here, the introverted investor. And everyone else, we got a lot of people commenting, some really cool stuff. And I appreciate each and every single one of them for joining in. All right, enough rambling. We will catch you all later. Have a great
Thanks
one,
all.
team.
Appreciate
Thank you,
it.
Brooker.
Thanks, Evan.